Hey Cancer. Hey, welcome to you and welcome to your reading. All right, so I have a scene and a vision coming in from Spirit right now. It looks like it might be taking place somewhere a bit outdoorsy. I'm definitely seeing like a forest here, and it looks like a cabin's in this vision, and there's a couple other things as well. So we're gonna get right into it because Spirit is ready for this message. Just quickly, if you're new here, welcome to you. So glad you're here. I went ahead and set a spiritual quarantine for this reading, and that spiritual quarantine will come down at the very end, which I'll let you know once we get there. But continuing into the vision they're showing, so yeah, I would say like there's a lot of trees outside of this scene. I am seeing this like kind of wooden cabin. It looks like someplace you'd probably go maybe to get away from things. I'm hearing for someone here to get away from the city. But this looks like a place you'd go. And so as Spirit's bringing me into this vision, they're showing me coming into this home. And in this home, as I'm pulling into it, I am seeing what looks like, they're showing me boots. It looks like what could be like hiking boots, or for someone it could be snow boots. That's specific to someone here, they're saying. But it's like outdoors boots. I'm seeing like a couple of them near the doorway. And I'm really loving kind of the energy in this place. It feels very like cozy. It's very like very much so like a place that feels kind of like homely in a way. And I'm seeing, the first thing they showed me was the boots, and they showed me this fireplace here. And it's this really beautiful fireplace. Again, it's kind of like a cabin, but there's a fireplace here. And the fire is actively going in this fireplace, that's clear. But as I'm coming in, I see you, Cancer, putting on these boots, and then you start walking out of the door. And as you're walking out of the door, I see you heading out into the trees. I'm kind of stopped at the doorway here, and I see you kind of walking out and walking up what looks like a trail into the forest. Now it's kind of like overcast. It may even be a little bit misty out, but it's definitely overcast. But we're kind of in the density of these trees, and I see you just walking out here. Now, as that's happening, then Spirit, like as I see you walk off, Spirit then like has me looking around this cabin a little bit more, because that feels important for some reason. And as I'm looking around, I'm seeing there's a couch, there's like a blanket here. Again, there's this fire that's kind of going. I am seeing a rocking chair. That feels specific to someone here, but there's definitely a rocking chair. Yeah, okay, great. I'm getting another notification on my phone here, but it's from Spirit. There's also a journal that's sitting on the table that's right near the couch. Yeah, there's like what looks like a journal. So journaling may be helpful for someone right now that feels important, or maybe you haven't written in your journal in a while, you may want to. There's something you need to reflect on there. Okay. And then the other thing I'm seeing as I kind of look around here is I am seeing there's a small kitchen, and then I'm seeing two what looks like framed sayings. One of them is actually, I'm seeing one that's framed and one that's on a pillow on the couch. But the first one says, "There's no place like home." So I'm imagining this place is kind of homely for you somehow again, or it's reminiscent of home. Okay, or it's like a home away from home. Yes, so there's no place like home. And then the pillow on the couch says, "Home is where the heart is." Yes, so there's something about home coming through really strongly with this energy, or there's something about it that feels really important. But this is all a metaphor from Spirit, so we're gonna dive into it today. They also want me to pull really quickly from I have a stack here of index cards with different topics like listed on them, okay? So they want me to pull one of these because there's another topic that's important here. There's something about home. Okay. All right, what's the other one, Spirit? Are you ready? Okay, hold on 1 second. You want me to shuffle one more time here? Ready? This card? This one? I can't even make this up. Literally says home. Okay, are you seeing that? All right, yeah. Okay, so home's important. That feels like it's it. I don't know. Spirit just wanted to tell me. I'm hearing them clearly. So, all right, wanting you to know this is for you. So if this topic feels important to you right now, then this is your reading, Cancer. Okay. And Cancer, you're all about this. You're all about this, right? Cancer is really a sign that speaks, an archetype that speaks directly to the feeling of home. It speaks directly to that emotional connection to home. It speaks to a feeling of belonging, right? And where do you find home in the world? Yes, so that's really important here. I feel like there's something that you are navigating through with that energy right now. And I don't know, with the way that this scene feels, it's interesting because this feels very homely, but I don't know if this is like where you stay full time, this cabin. I don't know if you're just considering it like a home away from another place, or again, if this is some sort of like vacation spot for you, or seemingly. Yes, but there's something here about like where, there's something transient about this energy that I can't quite explain, but Spirit wants to talk about today. Again, they're very clear on the home energy. We literally got a card that said it. I mean, I have like however many cards here, and I only have one that says home. So, all right, let's get into this. What's going well? This card? This card? Oh, they want these three. Is that it? Okay, and the bottom card. All right, so they gave you a couple cards here. They gave you the Queen of Cups. Yeah, that makes sense. Again, this is aligning with your energy, Cancer. You're a water sign. The Queen of Cups does speak directly to you. They're saying it's reverse. Okay, they say it has the potential to be upright, but it's in reverse right now. Again, I do feel like you're really struggling with this feeling of home. I do feel like you're struggling to figure out where you fit or belong, or where you can settle. I'm hearing them say where you can like kick up your feet at night, or just in general, the feeling of like where can you almost like nest. Yes, there's a real nesting energy here. It's almost like when it's like the crab and the crab shell. Yeah, it's like, where is your shell? Yes. Okay, so that's the energy that's coming through so strongly. They gave you the Queen of Swords. I feel like you've been trying to work this out, trying to figure this out. I do feel like you've been having a lot of like thoughts on it, because the Queen of Swords and the swords in tarot really speak to like, can speak to thinking, it can speak to communication, but I feel like this has been happening internal to you. Yeah, and you notice how both of these are queens? Okay, so this is an internal journey that you've been having, and it feels like you've been thinking about it for a while. Again, we got 10 of Pentacles. This is, again, card of home. Okay, card of home. Now, I like this energy because I connect this in with Capricorn. I think of the 10 of Cups as connected into you, Cancer, and the 10 of Pentacles is connected into Capricorn, because you two are opposites, the zodiacal opposites. So if Cancer, you speak to the feeling of home, it's like Capricorn speaks to the structure of home. It's like the shell for the crab, okay? So again, this is confirming what the energy is that's here, but it's you trying to find the shell, trying to figure out, where do you feel home? Where do you feel that like physically for yourself? There's a real strong emphasis with the Pentacles here on physicality. Like, where is that anchor for you? Ooh, that's the question. Where is that anchor for you? That's a question Spirit has for you, and that's part of like what you've been exploring, it feels like. Yeah, Page of Wands. This is coming through with like an exploration energy. It's like, for some of you, this may be a new kind of energy coming in of really starting to think about, well, where is that? Where do I feel best? Where do I feel best in my body? Where do I feel best in this world? And so for some of you, this may be coming in as a result of maybe an event that has happened recently. It could be your recent past. Now, it doesn't have to be like yesterday. This could also have been within the last like couple of months or a couple of years for some of you, I'm hearing. But I feel like you've been on, there's something about this Page of Wands that's coming through is like, you've been on a journey, or you've been like kind of on the hunt for something, or on the trail. You've been trying to follow the trail. Yes, with that trail that I see you taking from this cabin. So that's really interesting. Where is that anchor for you? Okay, what's on top, Spirit? What else do you have to say on this energy? This card? Yeah, Four of Wands. That makes sense to me. Again, it's like, where do you like rest your feet? The Four of Wands is all about coming to the finish line. That's what this card's about. This card's about like, where do you come when you've been on the journey for a while? Where do you go at the end of the day when you've had a long day? Or again, after the adventures of your life, it feels like. It's like, this is almost like a coming home. Like, again, is it the people? Is it the place? Is it the feeling? Like, what is it that really is home for you? I feel like that's the journey you're on. I feel like part of this reading is trying to confirm what you've been going through internally. Now, I don't think people outside of you have been aware, like maybe your friends or family or coworkers or, you know, your children. I don't know. I don't feel like they've actually known all of the inner workings that have been happening for you within this energy. Yes. And this has been really emphasized for a few of you within the last couple of months. It has felt really, really strong. You've been feeling it strongly. Yes. But I don't think they're aware of how much this has been moving through you in terms of your thinking and feelings. There may have been maybe even conversations that you've been having, Queen of Swords in reverse, conversations that you've been having that maybe, I don't know if it led to like tension or has led to some sort of like, it's coming through as misunderstandings. Yes, has been leading to misunderstandings. Because what you've been trying to get to the bottom of is trying to figure out that sense of belonging for yourself, that sense of home for yourself. Yes, so I do feel like there has been some miscommunications here. Yeah, they're showing the Two of Cups in reverse. Miscommunications. Yeah, this is coming through. This Five of Swords is coming through as like potentially with members of your own family. This is just for a few of you. But it's coming through as like you kind of going through all this like thinking or processing in a way. And these are the other people in your life, like not quite understanding what's driving you. Yes, what's driving you. And I feel like it's possible maybe some folks have been, I'm hearing, turned off by some of these, like, I don't know if it's conversations, communications, maybe some of the feelings you've expressed. That doesn't feel like it's your fault at all. That's not what Spirit's saying here. In fact, you've done nothing wrong. They're very clear on that. But they just want you to see your internal motivation right now. Yes, that feels really, really strong. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. For some of you, this kind of feeling of needing to chase this may have come on the heels of, for some of you, of a breakup. Yeah, that's what they're saying. That's not a message for everyone. That's just for a couple of you. But it feels like, again, it's almost put into question what is home for you now. Because maybe at one point you thought it was this person. This could also be around like a workplace for someone too, okay? Or maybe an organization you're a part of. And it's kind of put you into this, in a way, a bit of a tailspin around, well, where do I rest my head at night? Metaphorically, right? Like where is that physical place? Yeah, okay. So you're giving autumn. Yeah, it says bounty, it says balance. This is coming in reverse, yeah. This is feeling out of balance. It's put you, something has just put you, they're saying a little bit over the edge with this, of like feeling like you need to figure this out right now. And you need to really figure out your kind of, material sense of home. Now this for many of you could also mean not just where you're living. It could be the type of home you're living in. It could be financially how you're able to stabilize within it. This could also be around employer stuff too. Again, it's that feeling of home, but it's like what's in the material world. Again, that 10 of Pentacles. What's in the material world that makes you feel anchored to this earth? So that feels really strong here. I do feel like there is a message here from Spirit that like there is bounty all around you. Yes. And especially as I'm recording this reading, we're in the summer right now, but we're coming into the fall season, the autumn. I'm in the Northern Hemisphere, so that's what's happening for me. But regardless, that's what Spirit's saying here. There is a lot of abundance, but I do feel like there's some sort of like, this feels a bit existential, if I could say that. It feels a bit of like an existential, I guess you could call it an existential crisis. Yeah, I'd call it that. Sure, that could be a way that you could describe it. But it's definitely like an existential like question for you. That's the way I'd best describe it. It's like an existential question. And I feel like it's one that's kind of dodged you all your life in some way. Okay, so what do you have to say on that, Spirit? What's the recommendation? They're showing me right now the image of the rocking chair and this like balance being out of balance here. It's almost like going back and forth. Yes, I feel like you've been going back and forth on something. What is it? Yeah, for some of you it's work. For some of you it's like how you make your money. For some of you it's like where you put your energy, where you're putting your life force. Is it into your family? Is it into your job? Is it into your career of any sense? Is it into your artistry? Is it into your hobbies? Is it into what you're here to do, your purpose? Yeah, that's the way I describe this. There's a question on purpose too. Okay, and notice we have another pentacle card here. Again, it's like what are the actual like material things that make you feel this sense of home? That's coming into question. And I feel like for some of you, I feel like you've tried a lot of things. Yeah, that's coming through really strongly. You've tried different things and you I feel like with this Two of Cups in reverse, it just doesn't feel like you're able to get comfortable. Again, that balance, it's out of balance, that card, that autumn card, it's like out of balance here. And just not feeling like with that rocking chair that you can get fully set in one space. It just feels like you've been kind of like the Queen of Cups in reverse. You've been in like on the ocean waves and just haven't been able to get settled. Okay. It's interesting because again, this is another card I connect in with, I mean, it just speaks to work, the Eight of Pentacles, but I do connect this in with Capricorn. I also connected in a lot with Virgo as well. So I don't know, there's almost a sense here of like wanting that structure, wanting that shell, wanting something that can physically hold you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're definitely seeing that, Spirit. This feels really strong for you, Cancer. I really feel like it's coming up for you a lot right now. Now, if it wasn't before this reading, it definitely is. But I do feel like for a lot of you, you've been on the hunt for this for a while. Do you want this card? This one? Yeah. Yep. Precisely. Yeah, you see that? It says center point. It says grounded, centered, sovereign. That's exactly it. Again, that grounded energy. You've been looking for like an anchor, the center point, all of that energy. I'm also struck by the fact there's the moon kind of cycles happening here, which is directly connected in with you, Cancer, is you know, the moon is just so directly connected in with you. Yes. Is your ruling luminary. Yeah, I just feel like you've been on, this is coming through as almost like a target now, as Spirit is showing it to me. It's almost like you've been going after this. This is what you've been in pursuit of for a while, in fact. And they're showing me now angel wings in this cloud, which is not actually what you see here, but that's what they're showing me in my mind's eye. I do feel like, I mean, Spirit wants you to know you're being guided here, that's for sure, but I do, and supported, yes. But I do feel like this is something that feels really like deep to you. It's almost like where this is centered in the heart. It like hits you right in your heart space. It's like right, it's so deep to you. This is so personal to you. And I do feel like that's what's been coming out in your interactions too, for some of you. That's why there's been some misunderstanding, is because they don't understand how important this is to you, to find that, to have that, to create it for yourself, to create a home for yourself, in whatever ways that looks for you. I mean, that is like your whole motivation, you know? I mean, that's your whole thing, Cancer, right? So I feel like you've been feeling misunderstood. Yeah, here's the angel. See the angel wings? See the angel? Yeah, you've been at this for a while. Temperance card. Again, this is speaking to, like, again, you are supported and absolutely guided. That, I mean, again, that was coming through really strongly. That's been coming through really strongly. But I do feel like it's just, it's the way your soul's moving. Now, they're also showing me the 2 cups here and the water between and being out of balance. Again, this is very much so talking about the waves of your life, Cancer, and the ways that you go through these sort of like emotional ups and downs, how you go through, your life is ever changing, okay? But as the crab, you are always having to kind of like go with the waves, right? But I still feel like there's this like deep longing to understand the shell you're in. What can you say about that, Spirit? What can you say about this home? You said there's no place like home. Home is where the heart is. And I'm seeing that on the center point card. Do you want all this? That's a lot of cards. I can't take all that. Okay, which one's in? This one? This one? Which one? All right, so they gave you a lot of cards. Take what we can here. All right, so they gave you a couple things. Let's see what this is. Okay, yep. I mean, they gave you the Chariot. That's your card, Cancer. Again, this is clearly this is very your reading, Cancer. I mean, they are really laying out. They just want you to see your deep down archetypal motivation here so you can see it. It feels really important for you to like have this mirrored back at you, specifically within this vision we're seeing, as well as within the cards that are coming in. Yeah, they're showing the 8 of Wands upright. No, it's in reverse. Interesting. It's almost like the way this is coming in is like that sense isn't coming into you. It's almost like you want this to be incoming, like the 8 of Wands upright would say, but it's almost like it's not. And feeling like I don't know if it's stuck, ungrounded. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, again, another queen here. This is all what you're going through internally. I don't get the sense, people outside you really see this. I don't know that you've fully been able to see this. Yeah, they're showing me the moon energy here again. It's like, I think this has been a subconscious kind of pursuit for you. I don't think you've been fully aware of exactly how deeply this impacts you. How deeply this motivates you. I'm hearing to get out of bed, to get on the trail, to put on your hiking boots, to put on your shoes every day. Like, this is the reason you're doing what you do, is to create this sense of home for you. Yes. And so it feels destabilizing for you to not have a clear sense of exactly what constitutes home for you, what exactly that means in the material. I feel like there has been this energy of like what other people have said that it should be like, or it should feel like, but I don't feel like that's enough for you, Cancer. It doesn't feel like it's enough. Because I feel like you crave something deeper, something real, something meaningful, something that actually moves you, like the waves. Again, Cancer, it moves you. The Chariot. It moves you. The 8 of Cups. And so I don't feel like you're willing to settle for less. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing here. Spirit's not saying that as much, but wants you to see the journey you're on, the trek you're on, what you are going towards, the rainbow you're trying to find. and potentially how it sometimes leaves you feeling emotionally drained. Yes. Okay. So again, I feel like Spirit just wants you to see this clearly. Really wants you to see this. So what else do you have to say, Spirit? What can Cancer do then? Because I see them walking out of this door, and I see the fireplace. It's cozy. There's a couch. There's rocking chairs. I mean, this place looks really nice, but I see you walking out of the door again. I feel like there's a sense here for a couple of you that you think someone else can give this to you. Spirit wants you to know that's not the case. This has to be found within you. Yes, that's why we're seeing all the queens out on this board. This is an energy. They're showing me the Hermit Tarot card in my mind's eye that only you can find deep within yourself. They're saying it always exists within you. Oh, beautiful. I've never seen this card. Yeah. Only you can bless this. Only you can bless your home. Only you can create your home. Only you can create the specifics of what that is for you. This card says Pachamama. It says blessings from the Great Mother. Yeah. I love it. And you are the archetype associated with the Great Mother, right? Yes. So I feel like there's something here where Spirit's trying to say like that actually emanates from you. You create home wherever you go, actually, because you are the source of it. That runs through your spirit. So it actually doesn't matter technically where you go. But there's an energy here of, as the Great Mother energy and the mother archetype that is associated with you, Cancer, is that you can create home wherever you are. That's actually one of your strengths. I'm hearing them say that's one of your skills. So however you want to build this, they're showing the 8 of Pentacles right now, however you want to build this home for you in the physical world is up to you. It's completely up to you and completely blessed by your soul as well as your spirit team, Temperance card, okay? Yes. But they're saying it's less about the place. Like you have the ability to create that wherever you go more than any other sign in the zodiac, Cancer. So it's important that you are anchoring into that, knowing yourself. So you can create this feeling no matter if it's a forest, a cave, an ocean, a desert dune, if it's in the city, if it's in the suburbs, if it's rural, if it's somewhere else. It's completely up to you, actually. Spirit wants you to know there's nothing stopping you from creating that feeling of home that you have been deeply searching for. It all exists within you, in fact. You have all of the keys to do that. You will have all of the physical items that you'll want too, okay? Those will come in as quickly as you can sense them, as quickly as you can feel them deep in your heart. Because as you are connected in with the Divine Mother, that means you create home wherever you are. And so Spirit really wants you to remember that. Okay, so anything else? Ready? All right, so that's what Spirit has for you today. We're going to wrap up here with a final oracle card, and then I'm going to channel any final messages and read from the guidebook. This one. Beautiful. That's it. Oh, I love this energy for you. Yeah. And I love how this connects in with, because it says ancestral messages. It says literally connection, belonging. It says ask for help. So I really love that this is connecting in with like ancestors here. And you see all the like kind of femmes on this card too. Again, it's like that Divine Mother energy kind of moving from, you know, generation to generation. It's, again, it almost like kind of like this light you see here, it just kind of permeates everything. But it's important that you understand that this is actually part of your archetype and part of your energetic makeup and the makeup of your soul, is what they're saying, okay? So again, that sense of belonging is literally wherever you are, okay? You are actually what creates that magnetic force more than any other sign. Yes. So asking for help, knowing your spirit team is here with you, that includes your ancestors, okay? They're here actively contributing to this reading. And also, again, remember, we have this coming through as well. Like, you have a whole spirit team here for you, okay? So feel free, definitely, to ask for help on the spiritual plane. You are very supported and guided there. But also, again, know that that will come into place for you in the physical realm as well. And that may mean, for some of you, maybe asking for direct help and communicating directly with your family and friends, chosen family and friends. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this. Okay, let's read this one. From the pictures etched on cave walls by our prehistoric ancestors, to the engravings found amid the ruins of ancient temples, stones hold a direct line to humanity's past. We can reach out and touch the messages left by the ancients, our hands tracing the inscriptions that their very hands created. Have you ever run your fingers over a carving in a cave? Have you pressed your forehead to an ancient stone, knowing that it's witnessed the rise and fall of civilizations? Have you passed buildings that stood when your grandparents were children? In Madagascar and Africa, stones belong to the ancestors and are used to construct tombs and monuments. In New Caledonia in the South Pacific, it's believed each stone has a name, a history, and a life, resulting from the spirit enclosed within it. In the USA, Hawaiians believe that stones are inhabited by mana, the life force of ancient ancestors, and consequently must be protected and treated with great respect. And the Anangu, a First Nations people of Australia who are the traditional custodians of Uluru, teach that this iconic sandstone monolith holds the spirits of their ancestors. And I want to apologize, I know I haven't pronounced some of that correctly. The Ancestral Messages card is one of deep belonging and connection. It's an invitation to connect with positive ancestors from your ancestry, known and unknown, to reach back in order to walk forward, to remember that you're the dream of those who stood before you, and one day in the future, you'll be an ancestor of those yet to come. And the Ancient Stones activation is, I welcome the connection and guidance of positive ancestors from my ancestral lineage. Walk beside me and guide me on my way. That's beautiful. Yeah, I do sense for some of you, I feel like the other thing that Spirit was showing me while I was reading that was really trying to have a sense of like what your legacy is going to be as well. For some of you, that is connected in with your home. Like, what are you leaving for the next generation or leaving behind for others? Yes. And what have you inherited? And I do feel like that's all part of the kind of complex dance of building this like home space for yourself and how that feels within your soul and within your actual day-to-day life. Part of your journey here is to build that tapestry for yourself, is to create that sense of home brick by brick. For some of you, that may mean that you need to really consider and think about the others in your energetic field and in your space as well. For some of you, it's been a bit difficult given the drive that you've had to kind of build something for yourself. But it's important, if you are doing this with others, that is in collaboration as well. So wanting you to move through the conversations that may be necessary to clear up any misunderstandings, but also knowing that this is a innocent and genuine desire for you and that you've done nothing wrong, but it is something that if you want to build with others, that you will need to have them involved. Okay, So I hope that has been helpful for you. I really appreciate getting to kind of do this reading today and kind of see what you're navigating, Cancer. Yeah, so if you felt like this reading resonated for you, definitely feel free to give it a like or drop a comment. If this message was helpful for you and you'd like to continue receiving other messages from Spirit aligned with your journey, navigating through building this home energetically for yourself and metaphorically for yourself, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to this channel, and you can even turn on notifications for when new messages come in for you. I also do have a Patreon subscription that goes even deeper into healing. So if you're working on your healing journey, as many of you would be, the home is definitely representative to healing. Okay, those two things go hand in hand. But if you would like additional support with that, definitely feel free to check out my Patreon page and subscription. It's $12 a month, cancel any time, but I have that below in the in the description box. I'm also doing personal readings, so if you want a personal reading for yourself and your own specific messages from Spirit, your ancestors, and your own healing transmissions, definitely feel free to check out my website for that and my other healing services as well. I also offer some somatic healing services too. All right, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you here, Cancer, and I'm so glad we got to do this together. Yeah, I hope this has been helpful, and I will see you at our next reading. All right, the spiritual quarantine is going to come down now. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon. All right, bye for now.